With me finally getting 3 builds to 95 overall, I have officially unlocked Legend Rebirth, which was showing y'all my LeBron James build, which I was cooking up on, having a lot of fun and getting on that rim. With me only debuting it a day ago, I know a lot of y'all guys wanted to see everything when it comes to the cap breakers, the specialization, the jump shot I was using, the dribble moves I was using, and even my dunk package setup that I was using on that prime Miami Heat LeBron James build. Now with this LeBron build being able to literally do everything you need to do, it can shoot, it can dribble, it can post fade, it can dunk the ball, it can play defense, and it can get blocks. Like, it gets insane. But with the build, we're going to be on a 6'8", which you can make it a small forward or a shooting guard, but also I'll be showing you a 6'9 LeBron James build in this video as well. But we're going to start off with the 6'8". As of the 6'8 LeBron James build I end up making, this is before I thought about all the cap breakers. No, with me figuring out all the cap breakers and what I really don't need in post control and all that and blocks, I can end up saving a lot of attributes and putting them somewhere else. Now with the build I end up creating, I did start with a 91 driving dunk with at least having a 75 layup, because I wanted layup mixer on bronze at least, because I could max +2 it in the future or max +1 to get it on silver to help me finish around the rim. But with having this 91 driving dunk, the idea was to end up using +2 cap breakers to end up getting to a 93 driving dunk, and then I was going to end up putting +2 on my vertical to give me an 80 vertical to get that gold posterizer on this build. Now with going that way, you can end up having that 70 post control. Now if you don't care about having post control, you don't even have to upgrade this. You can go to 50, you can keep it where it's at. But as of using post control for LeBron, I wanted to at least have post fade phenom on silver, in which being I ended up going with an 89 mid range, and it did come in handy. Now if you're not going to end up using that post control, like I told you, don't even upgrade it on the build. Just keep it as it is, or the lowest you could possibly get, and put those attributes somewhere else. But I went 89 so I can get specialized specialists on gold while having Deadeye, Shifty Shooter, and Post Fade Phenom on silver as well. Now when it comes to the three-point shooting, the three-point shooting is going to be decent for the start off, because I will be using cap breakers as well to get it as high as I can. Now as my three-pointer, I made sure to get it to the 80 threshold, and y'all might say, why did you go 80? Because you get shot creating sharp takeover at 80, and you do get 3 and D takeover as well with having an 83 pointer and with at least having an 85 perimeter. Now when doing that, I can put +3 cap breakers right here, so I can end up getting an 83 3-pointer, get limitless range on bronze while having an 89 mid range. So we can be real dangerous. And it's not even a max out for my 3-pointer. I think my 3-pointer max out at 84. So if I want to end up getting to an 84 3-pointer on this LeBron James build, I could. But when it comes to the playmaking aspect or the ball handling aspect for LeBron James build, for most game modes, it's going to be like the 75, 76 pass accuracy and maybe pushing it to 82. But for how this build is going to be set up, especially with having a 93 driving dunk, we're going to only have a 71. Now it's not going to always stay 71, because in the future we can get this up to a 76 pass accuracy if you really wanted to by using our cap breakers. And I'm gonna show y'all how. Y'all can really finesse the system. Just know in the future your build's gonna get better as long as you're gonna grind the game, or you're gonna end up getting cap breakers by doing other things on NBA 2K26. You can get to that max potential of what you really want. Now when it comes to the ball handle, I went 85 ball handle, and y'all seen bronze ankle breaker. I'm over here dropping people with bronze. A lot of people go silver. I'm using bronze right now, and I'm just going stupid. Just imagine if I use one more cap breaker to put an 86 to get silver ankle assassin. Oh, I just know it's gonna be ankle breaker after ankle breaker, especially how I'm moving right now. It's definitely gonna be ankle breaker versus ankle breaker. And when it comes to the speed with ball, I definitely went with a 75 speed with ball. Now, a lot of people are going 80 speed with ball for you can use the blur takeover. If you care about going with blur takeover, you just know you have to make your build very small, and you still will be able to get a buff body type, but you will have to do your workouts. So as of right now, I'm gonna stick with the 220. A lot of you guys, they're gonna end up going with lowest so you can get the 80 speed with ball, but just know when you go 80 speed with ball, it's gonna kill the part of your physicals that I have versus what you're not gonna have. And that is having strength on your build, having at least an 84 speed, and having an 80 agility on a build like this. Now, most builds that's 6'8" are not gonna have high strength. Some of them barely have that 71 strength to get immovable force on bronze. And I'm telling you, if you get a good defender in front of you that know how to play defense, or they have immovable, or they got on ball minutes on gold at least, you're going to be looking crazy out there as they're bumping you up the court as you're ISOing. Like, if they put their hands on you or they actually bump you, it's going to get real wicked around that perimeter, and it's going to be hell. Now when it comes to perimeter, I went 85 perimeter for this build to get on ball minutes, challenger, and all that good stuff, pick dodger, all on silver. Now when it comes to the steal, I haven't even been successful with steals, even with having a 73 steal, 79 steal, even experienced an 85 steal. It's kind of 50-50 when it comes to these steals. As long as you're going to end up getting a lane steal, then you will get it. But when it comes to the blocks, I made sure to get this LeBron James build a 78 block, and you might be like, LeBron James should have a higher block than that. But just know, if I add +2 cap breakers to this build, I would end up having an 86 block on this build. And I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all gonna see the cap breakers get real crazy. Now, I end up messing around with a few attributes. I end up getting an 80 offensive rebound with having a 70 defensive rebound, but these are the stats that I end up coming with my original prime LeBron James build. Now, you look at these stats and watch me make a slight change, and the slight change is literally dropping my post control. My post control is a 70. I dropped it down to a 60. As me dropping it down to a 60, I was able to get a 92 drive and dunk, 80 vertical, 85 speed, while also getting a higher free throw on my build as well. Now, this is a more complete version of where you can end up using less cap breakers. I can save cap breakers just by doing that. Now, you can, in the future, possibility end up getting that 70 post control, but it's gonna maybe cost you maybe 3 cap breakers, something like that, to end up getting it, since it's only a 60 rating. But when you look at the build before and the build now, I use less cap breakers now. I use maybe 3 to 4 less cap breakers that I would end up using just for driving dunk and vertical. And those are literally 4 cap breakers by itself, because I had 91 and 78. But now that I just showed you the build, I'm going to show you what it looks like with the cap breakers. Now, with the cap breakers, you got a lot of places you can get them other than rep grinding. You can get them in the season pass. You can get them in the lifetime challenges. You can get 2 of them in the lifetime challenges. And if you're in a crew and your crew hits 30, you get 4 more cap breakers as well. But right now, before my cap breakers get in, because the crew about to end up hitting 30, look, right now, with a 92 driving dunk, we put +1 right here. That's 93 driving dunk. We're going to end up getting gold posterizer, and we're going to end up unlocking that Russell Westbrook dunk package as well. Then we're going to end up having more cap breakers right here. If I want to get a 96 driving dunk on this build, I really could. I could get a 96 driving dunk on this build and go with an 82 vertical to unlock those elite contact dunks off too. But when it comes to the 3-pointer, I can max out my 3-pointer with 4 cap breakers. But I'm just going to do 3 right now. So we end up having an 83 3-pointer. So we get limitless range on bronze. So that's 4 cap breakers down. Now I have everything I really need. Now, if I want to do anything extra, those last 3 cap breakers I'm going to get, or the last 4 cap breakers I'm going to end up getting, they can go anywhere around the board for this build. If I want to get my agility up, I can do so. If I want to end up adding my ball control so I can get that ankle assassin on silver, I can do so. Now, if I want to get my defensive rebound up and possibly get it to like 79 or 80, I can do so and just end up grinding more for those cap breakers, as you do get one at rookie 5 and you get one at starter 3. And even when it comes to my steal, I told you I only got a 60 steal right now, so I got bronze interceptor. Now, if I use 3 cap breakers, I can possibly end up getting silver interceptor with like a 75 steal. Even though you need 73, you're gonna get around like a 75, maybe 76 steal to end up getting that, so you can end up having a steal for you get them lanes. Now look, I know y'all been asking, let me see your max +1s, max +2s. When I was recording that gameplay, remember, I only had silver posterizer. So I used one of my max +1s to get gold posterizer. And I wanted to see what's the difference of having Hall of Fame handles for days versus gold, because I used gold in my Cooper flag video. But handles for days on Hall of Fame definitely makes a nice little transition, especially on a bigger build like this. And then having that lightning launches on Hall of Fame, oh my god, lightning launches on gold and Hall of Fame is just nice on a 6'8". Hall of Fame is just, oh my god, I feel like you literally are zooming around the court. But now look, since my crew is about to end up getting max +1s for the actual crew, I can end up using my shifty shooter for right now. I can use shifty shooter and get that on gold. With my set shot specialist being already on gold, we can put shifty shooter on gold. Then I can end up picking between using my dimer, instead of being in clutch gene, I could put my dimer as my tier 2. And if I wanted to use another slasher batch, I could end up using layup mixer and get that on silver, or I could end up using aerial wizard and I can end up getting that on legend. Now that would be crazy. Now this is the main reason now you can pick your specialization. Now specialization for this build, I would love to just go playmaking, but also shooting will be very great for a build like this. If I go shooting specialization, we can end up putting a max +1 on set shot specialist. That would get us Hall of Fame set shot specialist. If we put a max +2 on shifty shooter, then we'll end up getting shifty shooter on Hall of Fame. So we'll get 2 of those badges on Hall of Fame, and then I can change that max +1 that I got from my crew to put it on Deadeye to get it on gold now. But also, I can switch out that handles for days being my max +2 or tier 1 to being posterizer on legend. Now you see what I'm saying? Because now my handles for days will just be on gold, and I have Legend Posterizer on this build. So we'll have Legend Posterizer, Hall of Fame lightning launches, we'll have Deadeye on gold, we'll have Aerial Wizard on Legend, with having Set Shot Specialist on Hall of Fame, or Shifty Shooter on Hall of Fame, or we could just do Shifty Shooter on gold and then Legend Set Shot Specialist on a build like this. And the Immovable Force will end up staying silver and just stay right there when it's in that max +1 spot for the tier 2. I'm telling you, it can get real dangerous. It can get real dangerous with this build. There's so many possible outcomes, but I definitely would choose shooting specialization for a build like this. Shooting or playmaking will be my main two, but I'm going to end up going with shooting since my vision is very broad for this. Now for my 6'9" build, I'm going to end up showing y'all that more later to the end of the video. But for the jump shot I was using in that video, a lot of y'all kept asking me, what jump shot is that? I kept telling y'all, the base is Derek Whitehead. If y'all didn't watch my jump shot video, this is what I was using in that Cooper Flag video. Derek Whitehead, Baluba, and David West. You can change the secondary release. You can change it. This is max speed, 3070 blend, and the visual cue is literally between push and release. And if you do not know, Derek Whitehead base has been in the game for like the past few years, and him and Kobe Bryant is literally the same base. So if you can never ever get Kobe Bryant, you could always use Derek Whitehead. Now for the dunks, these are all the dunks I'm using so far. I'm using quick drop back scratchers off 2. I always use them. This is aka the Derrick Rose dunk packages in NBA 2K26, 2K25, 2K24. You can use these dunk packages to get those nice little back scratcher dunks, which is actually safe dunks in this game. Now for the next one is clutch baseline reverse. This is off 2. This is a cool one. I do the off 1 reverse, but this one comes in handy as well based on if somebody's really trying to hawk you down for a block on that baseline. Now when it comes to the pro contact dunks, we got pro contact dunks off 2, and we're gonna also have those pro contact dunks off 1. That's the best that you might end up needing. I know we end up testing out those elite contact dunks off 2 and maybe make a 99 driving dunk build, but as of the standard dunks, at the time I only upgraded it to 40, so I'm only gonna have 1 package, but I definitely recommend you to end up upgrading all the way to 45 or maxing it so you can get both dunk packages on this build. Now when it comes to the dunks, I've been using Julius Erving. A lot of people can ask me, what's that windmill I'm doing? That's Julius Erving's windmill. I don't really like windmills on this game, but his is actually maybe the safest. You know we gotta have a LeBron James dunk package. LeBron James dunk package this year, top tier. LeBron James might got top 5 dunk packages this year, I'm gonna be honest. Then we got Ja Morant. Now y'all know I gotta put Ja Morant in here. He got an 89 driving dunk. He has one of the best dunk packages to get contact dunks off 2. So you know I had to throw that in there. But once we get that 93 driving dunk in that 80 vertical, you know who we'll be throwing on. We throwing on that Russell Westbrook dunk package. So we end up finessing the straight arm tomahawk so we don't have to get to 96 driving dunk and all that good stuff. But you know we got the fist pump rim hangs. We got the baseline reverse off 1 like I told you with the clutch reverse off 2. Then we're gonna end up having those elite contacts. Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't even upgrade my dunk to 92 or 93. I just kept it at 89 so I can end up saving some VC, but no, it's gonna get crazy. But look, for the build, these are all my 6. These are all the 6 I'm using on the 6'8 LeBron James build. Now, if you're going to end up making a 6'9 LeBron James build, I'm going to end up showing you what you should use. It's only a few moves that you end up switching out. Now, if you're going to ask me what's my motion style, I am using Drew Eubanks. I've been using it since literally last year. Actually, I've been maybe using it for the last 2 years. But if you're going to end up making a 6'9 version of LeBron James build, these are the 6 that you're going to use. Only thing that's going to change, since you got an 80 ball control, you're going to use Paul George sides up, and you're going to end up changing out your step back since you're not going to be able to get Devin Booker step back. That's one of the moves that you have to switch out for the Vince Carter. But for the 6'9 build, this is what the 6'9 build looks like. The build is very similar to what you have at the 6'8, but since you don't have an 85 ball control, you do save attributes and you're going to put them somewhere else. Now, it's going to look very similar to my 6'8 Cooper Flag build. Now, with my 6'8 Cooper Flag build, it was inspirational from my 6'9 Cooper Flag build that I made at Community Day. Now, look, you got a 92 driving dunk. That's +1, 93. You already got an 80 vertical, you Gucci. Now, if you want to up the 3-pointer to 83, you can. But if you want to get that block higher and you want to really get that high block, you could put 3 cap breakers on that. You would have like an 89, maybe 90 block, to be honest. Then you would put a cap breaker on speed. You would have an 85 speed and throw 2 cap breakers on strength so you get strong handles on go. But this build has both rebounds. It hits the threshold to get a 79 rebound. That's my secondary rebound stat, but we still get rebound chaser on silver. But look, for the build name, you're gonna get called a 2-way mid-range paint scorer, or you're gonna be a 2-way mid-paint creator. But if you want to get a different name, make it a shooting guard. You might be getting an edge forcing midi slasher. There's so many different names that you can end up getting with this build. Like, it's actually insane how many names that you can get. But just know, if you want to get that steal up and you want to use some cap breakers, you only need about maybe 2 to 3 cap breakers to get a 73 steal, and you can use that interceptor, and then you maybe can max +1 it to end up getting it to go. But out of all the stuff I gave y'all for this LeBron James build, my 6'8", and I showed you a little snippet of what a 6'9" LeBron James build would look like in NBA 2K26. Hey, all I ask for y'all boys to do, drop a like on the video. Drop a like on the video, share the video with one of your friends that need a build. Hey man, subscribe if y'all haven't yet. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one. I'm about to get ready to cook up on this Derrick Rose build, but hey man, make sure y'all check out the videos on the screen.